We all need victory makers in our lives. We can't do this alone, right? We need people who can help us win. We cannot truly accomplish great things all by ourselves. I'm Clint Hoops, and this is the Unrivaled Man podcast. The Unrivaled Man is where we help businessmen like you be the unrivaled leader in their work and home. We're revealing the perspective you've been missing to upgrade your identity and become better husbands, fathers, family men, and business owners. Let's get started. Welcome to the Unrivaled Man podcast. Thanks for joining me once again here today. Or if this is your first time, welcome. If you have not yet left a review for the podcast, I would ask that you go ahead and pause the show right now. Take a minute to go to Apple Podcast and leave a written review for the Unrivaled Man podcast. You hear podcasts say this all the time because it does make such a difference for people finding our show. So if you're enjoying the podcast, please take a moment right now to leave a review for the show. Thank you so much. So it is summertime. And so for you, like me, I imagine you have kids at home right now. They're out of school, and it's a chance for us as families to be able to go do fun things together. And our family is no different. Last week, we had the chance to go out of town on a little family reunion vacation with my wife's side of the family. Had a ton of fun, did all kinds of wonderful things. But as we were preparing for this trip with my wife's side of the family, we were cleaning out the car. You know, we figure it just gets destroyed during the trip with 6 kids, right? And so we figure we better start out with most of the mess out, and then we can go on the trip and be on our way. So we were at the car wash. We were vacuuming out our car. And my 6-year-old boy, he was asking where we were going next because, you know, he was one of the ones tasked with helping me clean out the car. And I told him that we were going to be going to Costco next. And we're going to be getting some things for the trip. And it was so funny. I was not expecting much of a response other than, okay, right, we're going to Costco. Okay, you know, hopefully get a sample or something, right? That's what would go through my mind at his age. But it was so funny. He said this, he's like, yes. And he did a little fist pump type thing. He was like, yes. He says, I love Costco. He says, they are victory makers. And I was kind of taken aback. I'm like, they're victory makers. I'm like, where did he get this from? I had to hold back just a little bit, right? I had a little laugh. I'm like, okay. That was a little bit of a surprise, right? For his response. I was not expecting that. I hadn't ever heard that phrase before, right? Victory makers. I wasn't really sure where he got that from or if he made it up or what. So I went ahead and just asked him what he meant. What do you mean by that? I said, what does that mean? Victory makers. And he responded by telling me this. He said, a victory maker is someone that makes you win. Okay. Yeah. That's true. I was honestly at first, I was just so impressed by the vocabulary and understanding of my 6-year-old that it was a couple minutes later before I started thinking a little bit more about how true his statement actually was, right? So first off, as we dive into this, Costco, it is definitely a place that has been a victory maker for our family, right? We have a big family, and so Costco is a wonderful place for us to be able to get bulk food, great things, and they just have good quality stuff. We love it. We love to shop there. So really Costco has been a way for us to win, right? As a family, it's great. I love that. We do. We feel like we win when we shop there. Otherwise, we go somewhere else, right? For our shopping. And I don't know, does anybody else love those chocolate covered almonds from Costco? They come in that big old huge plastic, container full of them. Yeah, we definitely got some of those for the road on the trip. But Costco has been a great place for us. And like I said, they help us win. And so I kind of like this. So I kept thinking a little bit farther about this whole victory maker idea. And it made me think about other victory makers in my life, right? People that have helped me win. And it's funny, my mind immediately went to my wife and all the things she does for me, right? On a personal level, on a family level for our children, and also on a business level. She helps with the business all of the time in the things that she's doing. I always call her lovingly my creative director. And I said, someday you're going to be the one that we're going to be able to do this when our kids get a little older, have you here even more, because every time she gets involved in the business or in the podcast or any of this, it just is better. Every time she helps us win more. So many of the podcast episodes, so many of the ideas we've had have all come from her helping get the seed of the idea and helping work through it. She is a victory maker for me. I have my business coach as well, who helps me through so many things, helps me see my blind spots, helps me become a better leader. I have the amazing people at Ginny Media. They're the ones who have edited this podcast since 2020, right? When I first started. And they are amazing. They are a victory maker for me. They are people that help me win, right? And there are many other people out there and many other businesses that have helped me win in different areas of my life and of my business. So victory makers. So I started thinking even a little bit more. I thought, okay, well, if all these people are victory makers for me, who am I a victory maker to, right? Who do I help to win and accomplish their goals? And so I started thinking about my family. I started thinking about my businesses, and I started thinking about my work as an executive coach, as well as being a business owner. And it made me think about my clients and customers and how I help them each day and help serve them better. How do I do this? How do I make it better? How do I help them win even more than I do now? And so I love this thought of being a victory maker, right? And then it made me think even a step further with my clients and customers. How can I help them be better victory makers for those that they serve, right? That's a big part of my job, in fact, is helping people be a victory maker for their employees, for their family, for their customers and clients. So when I think about my life and all the people who have been victory makers for me, I think about my role as a coach and helping people do that same thing. This thought, I just can't quite shake it. Because really my success as a coach is measured by how well I can help you win, right? How well I can help you win and be a victory maker to those you serve, right? Helping one of my employees love their job and perform well, it brings me so much joy. I love it. I love helping employees do wonderful things, accomplish more than they thought possible, do those hard things, and gain new skills and, fill in the blank, all these different things to help build a wonderful culture in my business. But you know what takes it even a step farther for me? It is when I work with successful leaders, right? Those successful leaders that I coach and help them do that same thing for their employees and gain momentum in their business and take everything to another level. I love helping people work through those things. We can. This actually makes me think about in the past, when I hired my first coach, my first executive coach, it was funny. I had all these employees. I had this business that was actually running quite well, but I was just feeling stuck as a leader. I was just feeling like I didn't really have anyone I could talk to. I had my kind of right-hand man, my people that were there with me, but I could talk about most things, but not everything. And that made it tough. So in the end, I needed someone who understood me, who had been where I was at. And so when I hired my first coach, it turns out that he did. He did know where I had been. He had been in my seat. And so it was one of those things that just made all the difference. It was funny. After a few weeks, I actually kind of felt like an idiot. I remember telling my wife, I kind of felt like an idiot for not hiring someone years sooner to help me see things more clearly with myself as a leader, help me see my team more clearly with all my employees and our culture, as well as our business performance, all these different things. I was capable of doing what needed to be done. That's why I was tasked with leading these companies, right? But in the end, I needed someone outside to help me see more clearly. a victory maker, someone who could help me win at a level that I hadn't seen before, a level that I didn't even know was fully inside of me until I had someone help me. And I'll tell you, his insights and questions were so valuable and helped me win financially, as well as help me win at home. Because all of this work I was doing to be better at my work and in business with my employees also helped me be better at home, right? Be a better father, a better husband, better leader, right? With my family as well, better partner to my wife. And so this experience truly did transform me and my companies for the better. I'm so grateful today for my current coach that I have today. And I'm so grateful that I get to help leaders each day with their businesses in this exact same way. Help them see their blind spots. Help them get clear on how they can be a victory maker for those that they serve and for their families. So that is the challenge for this week. Get clear on who you are a victory maker for. And are you helping them win the way that you want to? Now go deeper than just purely like my employees and my customers, right? You can go deeper than that. I know you can. So go deeper. In what way specifically are you helping these individuals to be better, to help them win? Determine if you are being that victory maker for your team, for your customers, and for your family. And if you want some more ideas and you want to dive deeper into how you are doing in this area, go to unrivaledman.com. And I have a short training there. It's called Unlocking Your Unrivaled Momentum, right? And it will help you identify some quick wins that you have not seen within your business yet. And you can take those wins and you can start implementing them today, right now. So if you're stuck and you're thinking, okay, what can I do? What does he mean by all of this? How can I go a little bit deeper? Go to unrivaledman.com and unlock your unrivaled momentum there with this short training. And I can guarantee you that you will have some ideas that you can implement right now that will help make your business better, help you be that victory maker that you want to be. You got this. I know you do. Now it is up to you to be the unrivaled man in your life. Thanks for joining me on this week's episode of the Unrivaled Man Podcast. I'm Clint Hoops, and if this show has impacted you, please share it with a friend or leave a review on Apple Podcasts.